Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Reality of Wrestling. My name is the Bo Brad Gilmore, joined as always by Chris Russo and Carolina Teague. And it's my favorite night of the year. It is the Last Stand Rumble. 30 men in, but one still standing, and that person will get a shot at the Reality of Wrestling Championship. And speaking of one, Chris Russo, we know who's entering at number one. That is Zilla Fatu.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, and I'm not saying that I am, I would actually take the field. There is no chance that Zilla's going to outlast 29 other men. No, don't count on it.
I don't know, Carolina. You know, Zilla Fatu entering at number one. What do you think?
If anybody can do this, it's going to be the main one, Zilla Fatu.
Well, you know what? We're going to find out because the Last Stand Rumble, it starts right now. This is the Reality of Wrestling.
It's time for the Last Stand Rumble, brought to you by Havana Heights Restaurant and Bar, the official sponsor of the Last Stand Rumble. Enjoy authentic Cuban cooking with a creative twist at Havana Heights Cuban Restaurant in Friendswood.
Introducing the first contestant from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 260 pounds, the main one, Zilla Fatu!
And for the second time, Zilla Fatu finds himself in this match. But Chris Russo, he is in the absolute worst position. He's coming in at number one.
Nobody here in the history of the Reality of Wrestling has won a Last Stand Rumble as the number one entrant. And frankly, I do not see that changing here tonight.
Carolina Teague, he would have to go through 29 other men in succession to win the Last Stand.
You know, I always talk about the X Factor. The main one can get it done. He's been through so much here at Reality of Wrestling, and if anybody can do it, he can.
Well, we are going to see Zilla Fatu if he can get himself back into a championship picture here at the Road. But as the old adage goes, the road to the throne is long. But the main one is here. I mean, you cannot really put it into words. The electricity, it echoes throughout the walls and the halls of the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena where Zilla Fatu walks out.
I have to say, everybody's damn near on their feet at this point, celebrating with the main one, but I think they should all not have their hopes up too high.
Well, we talk about number one. Also, though, the person who had to go just as long is number two. And we're about to find out who number two will be. Uh-oh.
Introducing the second contestant from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 240 pounds, El Brazo Fuerte de la Familia, Jay Alexander!
Well, Jay Alexander drew number two, a man who has had some history with Zilla Fatu in the past.
Yeah, a challenger for Zilla's Reality of Wrestling Championship when he was champion. How does this man keep getting bigger every time we see Jay Alexander? Here we go.
He's staying in the gym and staying jacked. Blood in and blood out. And now we're officially underway.
And there is no wasted motions at all to get started.
But if you're either one of these men, don't you have to think about, conservation of energy?
I mean, sure, but when you're the only two in the ring right now, I guess there's no other way to go except against one another at 100 miles an hour.
If you're going to make an impact at the Rumble tonight, you have to get off to a good start.
A great start, and right now it's Zilla who's rocked.
Well, we are in our first two entrants. Both of these men, this is the second time they have appeared in a Last Stand Rumble. As we said, last year, Zilla Fatu was the penultimate entrant into this Rumble, and now here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Zilla just eliminated Jay.
That was fast.
Wow.
Here is contestant number 3, Savage King.
And now, Zilla Fatu just went from bad to worse because here comes the Savage King.
I'll tell you what, Zilla has his work cut out for him.
Yeah.
Savage King lives up to that name.
The God of War. And at number 3.
And he normally brings you a royal ass whooping. Does the Savage King. Take no prisoner attitude. And Zilla Fatu getting peppered with some big shots. Getting hit with more combinations in a middle school locker room.
Nothing fancy from the Savage King. Nothing ever fancy from the Savage King. Just full-blown intensity.
I mean, not to be underscored the fact that Jay Alexander is already out of this match. Only lasting 1 minute and 14 seconds. And it looks like Zilla Fatu might shortly follow him. Wait a minute.
Whoa! Here is contestant number 4, Rudy
Savage is getting
Garza.
eliminated right as Rudy Garza makes his way in.
Well, Rudy Garza, a year ago, had a severe knee injury at the Last Stand event, which left him incapacitated for nearly a year. He was a tag team champion. Now he finds himself in the Last Stand, his 3rd appearance in the match.
There's a little bit of a look of concern, just a little bit there on Rudy's face.
It's been exactly 1 year today when Rudy was injured and he's back to pick up where he left off.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Rudy Garza almost going out.
Man, what a statement it would be for Rudy, an opportunity if he could outlast every other competitor here. But I guess first things first is try to outlast a minute.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Alexander lasted 1 minute and 14 seconds. And then Savage King 1 minute and 9 seconds. Zilla Fatu, been in there since the beginning.
No,
So far, nobody's been able to keep up with Zilla.
Yeah, don't fight fire with fire.
Rake to the eye there from Rudy Garza. Rudy Garza, smart. Member of Notorious, since making his return, aligning himself with Alex Gracia, the women's champion, and Danny Limelight, who is the Battle to the Bell winner.
Smart until you're not. Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. Zilla Fatu just eliminated Rudy Garza. And now we are already at number 5.
Here is contestant number 5, Cam Cole.
And for Zilla Fatu, I gotta say this gives Zilla some precious moments to get his breath back, refocus, re-strategize.
Oh, look at that. Good move by Cam Cole. Cam Cole, a Grand Slam champion here in Reality of Wrestling. It is his 5th entrance into the Last Stand Rumble. And right now, nobody has lasted longer than 1 minute and 20 seconds with Zilla Fatu.
Gritty. Oh, there goes Zilla.
Oh, that could be it. Cam, turn around, Cam.
You almost did it, Cam. No, turn around and finish the job.
Oh, good Lord have mercy. Oh, God in heaven. And Zilla Fatu showing the wear of this match so far. And
Here is contestant number 6, Josiah John.
we will have 3 men in the ring at the same time.
Cam Cole lasted a whole minute.
Josiah coming in at number 6, his 3rd appearance in the Last Stand Rumble.
These 2 men staring each other down.
Josiah Jean the Rocket has been a runner-up in the Last Stand Rumble in 2023, the year that Matty Ice entered at number 11 and set the all-time record at 43 minutes and 30 seconds. Actually the year that I entered the Last Stand as well.
Yeah.
I think I might have lasted longer than Jay Alexander.
Pause.
Whoa. Cam almost going out of there.
Got himself back in.
And now, Chris, what are some great strategies to win a Last Stand Rumble?
Well, first off, make sure that you put on a lot of stickum on your hands so that you can grab onto those ropes and hold on for dear life. But otherwise, you've got to work on having eyes everywhere because you could get thrown out by someone you had no idea was there.
Here is contestant number 7, Johnny Lyons.
The super heavyweight Johnny Lyons coming into this contest. Wow. Johnny Lyons entering in at number 7. This is his 4th appearance in the Last Stand Rumble. And look at that, some squats. He's in shape. Johnny Lyons is in shape, but make no mistake about it.
And Josiah John letting it be known that he doesn't want to take shortcuts to the top.
Was that? No comment.
And Johnny Lyons, though, look at that. I think, to me, this contest is about making very few mistakes, right? The less mistakes you make, the more you stay out of the way, the more less risky moves you take, the better your chances.
The less mistakes, just one mistake.
Here is contestant number 8, Brendan Steen.
Is it really? Brendan Steen. It's Brendan Steen, former reality wrestling television champion.
He's a real OG. Oh man, I love Brendan Steen.
Brendan Steen and Will Allday had some of the best matches in reality wrestling history. Oh, look at that.
Brendan Steen is one of the most athletic big men you will ever see. I am so happy to see Brendan Steen back.
Brendan Steen was one of my absolute favorites. Back in the days at the World Gym Arena.
And he looks great. Brandon looks better than ever.
Look at that, look at that. A second rope.
X Factor, there you go.
Steen standing tall. I mean, look, Brendan Steen has the...
He's sized up Zilla.
Whoa, Zilla. Whoa. Brendan Steen in an incredible way.
The OG is out.
I was about to say that Brendan Steen was going to be my pick. I'm glad that I didn't go that far, but it was nice to see a former champion here at Reality of Wrestling make his surprising return. This was the Last Stand Rumble, so impressive. You never know who's going to come out. Throwing him halfway across the ring. I mean, last year, Maven in his final pro wrestling match was in the Last Stand. Zilla Fatu just eliminated Cam Cole. Wait a minute, Zilla Fatu just eliminated.
Gosh!
Josiah John.
Look who's left now. Zilla's first ever match here at the Reality of Wrestling. And you know what? Johnny just wanted to just get rid of himself.
I think he eliminated himself.
He eliminated himself.
Does that count?
Who does that? Who does that?
Johnny's just like,
Here is contestant number 9, Ryan Davidson.
My gosh, Ryan Davidson, who we thought was going to retire, is back. And he's back in a big way. Ryan Davidson has only been in the Last Stand one other time, and that was in 2019, where he went all the way and won the match. And that year, it happened to be for the Reality Wrestling Championship. And Ryan Davidson last eliminated Jacob Fatu.
Ryan said he was going to retire, and now he's back. And the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena is going crazy for him.
Well, breaking news, Zilla Fatu has already tied the most eliminations in Last Stand Rumble history in a single Rumble with 7. One more and he breaks the all-time record.
I just don't see Zilla eliminating the final boss, grizzled Ryan Davidson here.
Well, these two have a lot of respect for one another. Of course, they've actually worked together before as a tag team, where they teamed together against Lexus King and Danny Limelight. And again, Ryan Davidson has done something Zilla hasn't, and that's win the Last Stand Rumble.
You can have respect for each other, but at the same time, you have to keep your eye on the prize, and that's winning the Rumble.
Ryan Davidson in at number 9. No one else has had an elimination other than Zilla Fatu in this match so far. Just an incredible statistic, as now we are getting number 10 in the Last Stand. Who's it gonna be? We're a third of the way through.
Here is contestant number 10, Moonshine Mantel.
100 proof. The former Reality Wrestling Texas champion. And there he is, Moonshine Mantel. Also, little side note, the star of the 4x4 music video from Travis Scott. You can catch Mantel in there, battling the man himself, the Houston native Travis Scott. But now, these are all a bunch of horses in the ring right now.
You ain't kidding. First appearance for Mantel in the Last Stand Rumble. Looking to make it a memorable one for himself. Haven't seen Mantel here at the Reality Wrestling in quite a while, but it's great to have him back.
Is that a former Texas champion?
Few do a spine buster better.
Mantel might have a chip on his shoulder from getting his butt kicked by Travis Scott.
Very well may be, as now.
Here is contestant number 11, Sensei.
As good of a position as any here for Sensei at number 11.
Sensei entering in at number 11.
This is where we've had the most. Yeah, go ahead, Brad. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're the spot where 2 men have won the Last Stand Rumble, coming in at this number, Matty Ice and Rex Andrews. Wow.
This guy Sensei is quick, high flying. These big men have it in for them right now.
Look at this from our breakout superstar of the year.
I love me some Sensei.
The American Ninja Warrior himself.
And that's what's great about the Last Stand Rumble, is anyone can win. No matter how big or small your experience level or status, all it takes is survival.
Yeah.
As we now get to number 12.
Here is contestant number 12, Dylan Fleer.
Dylan Fleer. Oh, Dylan Fleer firing up on the field.
Look at those chops, baby.
This guy Dylan, I can tell you right now, is the most confident person in the ring right now. He made it clear that these guys are nothing to him.
Good Lord have mercy. Dylan Fleer is getting his ass kicked.
You know, you come in confident coming into the Rumble and you just get your butt kicked that quickly.
Yeah,
confidence is key.
mistakes were made.
Confidence is key there for
Dylan?
For Dylan Fleer, yeah.
Yeah, Dylan was bragging about all the women he gets, and he wasn't in the gym practicing like he needs to be.
Well, the ring is starting to fill up here little by little. Who's next?
Here is contestant number 13, Action Braxton.
Faction, Joe Braxton.
Action Braxton. He's got the biggest chip on his shoulder out of anybody here tonight.
Well, it's his
Says
first.
that he's tired of being disrespected by everybody here at Reality of Wrestling. That includes us, that includes Row Nation. He has a point to prove.
Well, when you're hitting jawbreakers like that.
Look at that. Sensei, everybody getting a little bit of the action from Braxton. Cut. Okay. Zilla. Oh, wow. Cut. You know what? That might be my pick. That's my pick right there. Joe, the action, Braxton. Gonna do it.
My pick is Zilla. I'm surprised Zilla's still in this thing.
Zilla been in there over 17 minutes.
Here is contestant number 14, Chandler
7 eliminations, still tied
Hopkins.
for that number 1. And here comes the Reality Wrestling Television Champion, Chandler Hopkins. Chandler Hopkins going straight for old Moonshine Mantell. The 100 proof star. Former champion in his own right here in Reality Wrestling. Here come those educated feet of Chandler Hopkins. Nobody does it quite like Chandler. And there is the shooter. And imagine Chandler Hopkins having an opportunity to go out there and become a dual champion, just as Will Allday did when he won the Last Stand Rumble as the Texas champion, and would go on to hold that title along with the Road title simultaneously.
Well, ever since Chandler Hopkins decided to come out and wrestle the cowboy way, success has followed. Could be no different here tonight. Whoop.
Well, not only is it hard to win the Last Stand Rumble, it looks like Joe. Is Joe going to stay in?
Oh!
Joe, the action, Braxton.
That was your pick. What happened to your pick?
Did I say that? I said that?
That was your pick,
I don't
Brad.
think so. I don't think so.
Somebody's got a little lint behind their ears.
You know what? Number 15 is going to be my pick.
Okay, let's see what it is.
Whoever's number 15.
Here is contestant number 15, Reese Maddox.
I like me some Reese Maddox. I'm feeling good now.
If anybody knows upsets, it's this man right here, this young man right here, Reese Maddox.
Reese Maddox defeat Cam Cole, a Grand Slam champion here at Reality Wrestling. He participated in the Battle to the Bell match, and right now is showing off what he can do. A young gun, Chris Russo.
I like when you are young and relatively inexperienced because you don't know what you don't know, right? So you're going to throw caution to the wind.
Reese Maddox was the shocker of the year when he beat Cam Cole. What a way to set the tone for your young career here at
Look
Reality
at
Wrestling.
Reese going right for the top dog in this ring. Whoop.
Well, wait a minute. Dylan Fleer, though. Dylan Fleer holds on, and Reese Maddox just eliminates Dylan Fleer. That counts as elimination for Reese, I believe.
That is one. That's one. I don't think there's many others that have an elimination. I think it's just Chandler, Reese, and Zilla up to this point.
Here is contestant number 16, Danny Limelight.
Empire State champion and the current Battle to the Bell holder. This is Danny Limelight's first appearance in a Last Stand Rumble. And imagine, if he wins this, he now has 2 opportunities to go for gold. He just eliminates it.
Hitting the give me the loot and then taking care of Reese Maddox.
Danny skins the cat.
Chandler shouldn't have turned around like that.
Uh-oh, Poppy.
Whoa! Big Spanish fly.
Wow. Danny is notoriously good at wrestling. Danny is notoriously greedy, too.
Oh, these two men, Danny Limelight and Ryan Davidson. Yeah, they've got quite the history. Ooh,
Sensei almost out, but Danny Limelight and Ryan Davidson had the best cage match in the history of Reality of Wrestling for that Texas Championship, as it was then rebranded again.
Yes, the beef between...
Oh my gosh, speaking of beef, coming over the top rope.
Mantell might be gone. Chandler Hopkins, number 17.
Here is contestant number 17, Primo Juanito.
Making his debut in the Last Stand Rumble.
Primo Juanito. When are you going to get in the Last Stand, Chris?
Listen, you never know if my number is called even for tonight. So how about you just hold your horses?
Okay, okay. A surprise might be on the way as Primo Juanito going in there with, there is a lot of men in this match right now, and really any of them conceivably could win. We have one past winner. We have about a half dozen former champions. We have a breakout star of the year, and we have a cousin.
Everybody has that one crazy Primo.
Everyone does.
And for La Familia, it's Primo Juanito.
That's true.
He's nuts.
I hate to say it right now, Zilla has gone over 20 minutes in this Rumble.
You just have to wonder, this is a gas tank issue at some point.
Here is contestant number 18, Quentin Winters.
It is Quentin Winters. Quentin Winters making his second appearance in the Last Stand Rumble, famously eliminating Maven at last year's Last Stand, the final match of Maven's career.
And has only gotten more confident since then. Reality of Wrestling's Rookie of the Year. Oh man.
Connecticut native, college basketball star, decided to put the jersey away for, look at that, just like he did to Maven.
Adios, Primo.
And if look, this sounds silly, but like, shouldn't you just stay as low as possible in the Last Stand?
Listen, I think about some of the great Royal Rumble competitors that have existed, that ever wrestled in them, and just hanging on for dear life.
Here is contestant number 19, Bulletproof Blake True.
Here comes Blake True.
He's a real throwback to old catch-as-catch-can wrestling, a mixed martial artist as well.
Look at that.
I mean, he comes from a school of we're talking about Simon Malenko, okay? I mean, the Malenko brothers. If that alone, if you're a wrestling purist, a wrestling historian, you gotta love that. And on top of the fact that he's got that mixed martial arts background, Blake is extremely dangerous.
You were a big fan of Ed Strangler Lewis, weren't you? Weren't you there in his title defense?
I see where you're going with that. In fact, I was more of a Carl Gotch.
You're a Carl Gotch guy? Okay. Well, you know what? Some people are winners and some people aren't.
Ed Strangler Lewis.
Ed Strangler Lewis was great.
Blake Troop is a true soldier. You can see his muscle definition from here.
And those cauliflower ears can tell you he's down to scrap. As we get now to number 20, we are 2/3 of the way through the Last Stand.
Here is contestant number 20, Terrell Tempo.
Leader of the command, Terrell Tempo.
Terrell Tempo.
Quentin, I'm watching Quentin, he's nodding his head because he's got a little backup here.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. Only one man can win a Rumble, but it's not a terrible strategy to have a partner in there.
No, to help thin the herd.
If you're allies and you can double team, that would be a smart strategy to be able to stay in the Rumble.
Especially when you have so many bodies strewn about.
Well, Zilla Fatu getting slammed down there from Terrell Tempo.
Watch the height on this. Watch the height on this.
Vertical.
Quentin Winters hyping up Tempo, his friend.
I mean, to me, though, still, like, where Simsei is right now, that's the best place you can be.
Just hang out over there.
Yes.
Not drawing attention to yourself, out of sight, out of mind, crouch in a corner.
Catch your breath.
Conserve your energy. Conserve it.
Yes, because you literally, we're only 2/3 of the way through. Zilla Fatu been in this match the longest. Over 25 minutes at this point. As we're now getting to number 21 in the Last Stand. Who's it gonna be?
Here is contestant number 21, Chuck Kuda.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his debut here at the Reality of Wrestling, Chuck Kuda. And what a way to make a debut. Try to make yourself famous.
This is Chuck Kuda's first appearance in Reality of Wrestling and first appearance in the Last Stand Rumble. And oh, thought it was going to be his last there. Waiting for Danny Limelight. Oh, look at that. Going for a nice spear.
When I hear the name Chuck Kuda, I think of charcuterie. Which one of y'all's meat am I going to put on the chopping block?
Hold on now.
Where do I go from there?
I don't know.
This is
I'm not
this
sure.
is a throwdown right now. This is one hell of a showdown.
Don't cut anybody's meat. Chuck Kuda.
If you get too close to him, he might cut you off.
Bring me your finest meats and cheeses. All right.
Okay, back to the action. Blake Troop is in an unenviable position there on the top rope.
Oh boy,
Wait a minute.
Zilla.
Wait a minute, Zilla. Blake Troop holds on.
Is Zilla gonna add to his list of eliminations?
Well, to me, if he eliminates Blake Troop, he sets the record.
Here is contestant number 22, Will Alday.
Right now, Zilla Fatu just set the all-time eliminations record as a previous winner. And the last stand comes in, and it is Will all damn day, who's got a lot to say with the command, and look at that.
Will Alday has been in every single one of these Last Stand Rumbles. He hasn't even officially made his way in, and he's already making a statement. Watch out! Will wants to take care of the garbage first. Fair enough. Goodbye, Quentin.
There's Will's first elimination of the evening. Still, we're talking about the record now that has been set by Zilla Fatu.
Staring down tempo eye to eye, these two men have had one of the greatest rivalries we've seen this year at Reality Wrestling.
Wait a minute. Oh my! Just eliminated Tempo.
Huge autograph, and just like that, the command is gone.
And look at this. Zilla Fatu. Oh, Zilla's about to add to it.
Goodbye, Chuck. We're just going to chuck that charcuterie right out.
Chuck Kuda got his moment in the sun, as now the herd, as you said earlier, Chris, is thinning. But we have two previous Last Stand winners in the match currently.
Here is contestant number 23, EC Brownie.
Oh, this is EC Brownie. Oh, that's Johnny Lyon's twin brother from down under.
I can see the resemblance.
The Australian boy on his first trip to the United States. Could leave a Last Stand winner.
Gracious.
As Zilla Fatu is nearing the 30-minute mark in this match.
Is he from Australia or from the Nordics?
Good day, mate.
He's from another, put another shrimp on the barbie.
Okay.
He's from another time. That's what they say there.
Sure they do.
Now we are down to less than 10 more entrants. About 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And we know who number 30 is. That is Clay Roberts, who won it in a battle royal. But now who's coming out at number 24?
Here is contestant number 24, Malik Boseed.
Malik Bo City, former Reality Wrestling Tag Team Champion, making his entrance here into the Last Stand. This is his first appearance in the match.
What a way to enter. Coming in with a lot of power, speed.
And while Malik has not been successful to date in his singles run here at the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena, all fortunes can change in an instant if he can come out on top here tonight.
Well, Ryan Davidson has officially crossed the 20-minute mark here in the Last Stand Rumble. Zilla Fatu obviously been in there the longest.
But Mantell's not that far behind either. But right now, Mantell, very, very precarious position here. Got two men trying to kick out Mantell.
Chandler and EC Brownie teaming up.
Well, you know what? Strange Bedfellows does the Last Stand Rumble ring. As we now get to number 25 in the Last Stand.
Here is contestant number 25, AJ Francis.
Booker T's insurance policy. AJ Francis, first class in everything he does.
This man was hanging out with T.I., the King of the South, Ludacris, and Bun B at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo last night. And now he's coming into his very first Last Stand Rumble.
Think about all the great partying that AJ went through last night. And then to still have the wherewithal and to come in with this type of energy, only AJ Francis can do that.
AJ says, I'm all about $1.
See ya.
What the hell is 50 Cent? Just eliminating EC Brownie, Johnny Lyons' twin brother from down under. And now Chandler Hopkins has a lot that he wants to say to AJ Francis after AJ bum rushed him after a successful victory from the TV champion.
AJ was flaunting in his face all his television appearances.
Yeah, if I'm AJ Francis, I go, hey, that title should belong around my waist. I can bring more prestige than you can, Mr. Cowboy.
Former TNA digital media champion. Oh, look at that. Oh, that'll make your shooter shoot some lights. We're now at 26, and Chandler Hopkins, the television champion, has been eliminated by AJ Francis.
What a way to send a message.
Well, here comes the...
Here is contestant number 26,
Here comes
Eric Lockhart, the smoothest.
For Eric, whoa,
Malik just came out and
Malik didn't want to waste any time.
Wow, Malik sliding under the ropes.
Hey, remember,
these two hate each
the
other.
last time that these two met, Eric purposely tried to end Malik's career on the outside by jamming Malik's head into the staircase.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, these men almost eliminated each other.
This is absolutely more personal than anything else. I think for Malik at this point, seeing red, wants to take care of Eric instead of winning this match. Hey, get back in focus, my man.
Uh-oh. These men fighting it on the outside.
Oh, these men are...
Oh, look at that, rake in the eyes.
Rake, more like ripping.
Zilla Fatu's been in there a half hour, and look at him. Looks like he has. He's feeling the effects of this match, and look at that. Wait a minute. Eric Lockhart just snapped Malik's fingers in that turnbuckle coupling.
Malik and Eric are just so personal with each other.
There's no padding there.
Malik doesn't know where he's at. He's not moving.
Wow. He just kicked him out.
That was a very nonchalant elimination, but an elimination nonetheless.
As we're getting now to number 27 in the Last Stand.
Here is contestant number 27, Ajax.
Here comes Ajax, man, formerly with TAP. Now trying to make a name for himself in the Last Stand Rumble, and what a time it would be. That's the thing about the Rumble. Anyone can win. Doesn't matter how strong you are. It's about how smart you are.
Especially as we get to the later stages of this Last Stand Rumble. Certainly have more.
Wow.
Ajax.
Ajax said he was ready to mop the floor with these guys.
Look at that. Danny's trying to do some eliminating, and instead, Will Alday's like, no, I don't quite get that. The purpose tried to eliminate as many as possible.
At one time, we thought that Eric and Will were cousins. And their 23andMe came back in.
Don't put me under the we.
Yeah, you were part of that.
I don't know what you're talking about. What?
The 23andMe came back, and they actually have no relation. Will Alday has never been to New Richmond, Wisconsin. Well, here we go, number 28. 3 men to come out. Who's it gonna be?
Here is contestant number 28, Edge Stone.
Here we go. Business has officially picked up.
Good Lord.
Everybody looks
Whoa.
seriously. Oh,
Ajax is out.
Pouncing Ajax out of here.
Edge Stone made an elimination within 7 seconds. Will Alday landing on his feet. Oh, look at that.
And Will Alday landing flat on his back.
Edge Stone, the Reality of Wrestling Legends champion.
Oh,
whoa.
come on now. There we go. BFFs. BFFs, ladies and gentlemen.
Some strange bedfellows. These 2 men helped Booker T defeat Zilla Fatu in Street Justice.
And frankly, if those 2 men were smart enough, they'd take care of all the rest of the people in there and then take care of the trash itself in Zilla Fatu.
Zilla Fatu is not trash. Trash?
Wow. That's a big claim, my guy. As we're going to number 29. Really the second luckiest number. Who's it gonna be?
Here is contestant number 29, Jonathan Vega.
Jonathan Vega entering his 3rd Last Stand Rumble. We saw last week what he and Aiden Cristiano, Primo Juanito, and Jay Alexander did to Gino Medina. And then Gino, though, coming out victorious.
You have to respect how deep La Familia runs. It's like they got a huge family.
It's almost as if that's what La Familia means.
Right.
Zilla Fatu is approaching the 40-minute mark, about 38 minutes. He has been in this match. Again, the all-time record is 43.
We were talking about strategy. What if AJ and Edge Stone team up to get Zilla out? He's been the longest person here. He's getting a little bit fatigued.
Yeah, for the last 10 minutes, all I've seen is Zilla crawling along the floor of the mat.
Hey, man, stay low. Stay low.
Stay low, conserve your energy.
Yes.
Been an absolute non-factor. I'm just wondering what's taking somebody so long and throwing Zilla out of there.
And here we go, number 30.
How can someone who broke a record be a non-factor?
Well, we know there's gonna be Clay Roberts coming in at number 30.
Here is your final contestant, Clay Roberts.
The precision tactician, Clay Roberts. One of the most technically gifted competitors in reality wrestling history, and multiple-time television champion. His 4th appearance in the Last Stand Rumble, and he got the best damn spot you can get, Carolina, the last one.
Clay Roberts has balls. He called out everybody. Everybody tonight.
Yeah, he was not playing around.
Not at all.
There, Clay Roberts.
And he has an advantage at coming in at number 30.
Yeah.
Freshest man in there. I believe the first time in Last Stand history that the number 1 and number 30 entrant are in the ring at the same time.
Yeah.
At the same damn time.
Oh, and there goes Jonathan Vega from Clay Roberts. One of these men you're seeing in the ring will be the 2025 Last Stand winner. Zilla Fatu has set an all-time record for eliminations at 9. And Will Alday and Clay Roberts both landed on the apron. Oh! As AJ Francis and Ed Stone jaw-jacking with the crowd and taking care of business with Moonshine and Zilla Fatu. Ryan Davidson still in there.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
That's what happened. Clay Roberts got his leg caught up.
Clay Roberts eliminated. Number 30 is gone.
I'm surprised he was eliminated that quickly. Clay coming in number 30.
Yeah.
It's really surprising.
Uh-oh. Referees are there. Officials are there. They're waving it off. Eric did not touch yet. And now he did.
Gosh. You never know who's going to win.
Down to the Magnificent 7.
Chris, at this point, you got to give a pick. You haven't given us an official pick. Who is your official pick?
Uh-oh, looking for a little rodeo DDT.
I already told you when we kicked off this program, I'm taking the field.
Anybody but Zilla. Well, there goes Mantell, who had a long stand in the last stand at 28 minutes and 32 seconds. He has been eliminated, and AJ Francis is loving it. And that is AJ Francis' third elimination tonight. And an autograph.
AJ's rubbing his head with no hair.
He's just
That's a
feeling
lot of
himself.
confidence.
Will Allday was signing everything, but now Danny
Give it the loot.
Limelight.
Oh, nobody on that discus. Oh, autograph.
The signature is the most dangerous thing that Will Allday owns.
Whoa.
And Limelight is out of there. We're down to 5.
Danny Limelight signing out.
Will Allday eliminating 5 competitors so far. And Zilla Fatu is approaching the all-time record for time spent in a last stand rumble. He is about a minute away from breaking a second record tonight. Wait a minute.
Look at Quentin.
Quentin Winters. Quentin Winters was trying to get his hands on Will Allday.
Oh, there's Tempo.
Allday's eliminated. The referees have made the signal. Allday's eliminated from this match, and we are down to the final 4.
Look at that. It took the efforts of the command. Oh, boy, and Will's going after Tempo.
One of these 4 men, Ryan Davidson, Zilla Fatu, AJ Francis, or Ed Stone, will be the 2025 winner.
After everything we've seen, these men need to make sure they keep their head on a swivel at all times.
Alliances are quickly forming again here, ladies and gentlemen.
And Zilla Fatu is about to break the all-time record for time spent in a last stand rumble, unless he's eliminated in the next 10 seconds.
Whoa!
Which he might be. And he has officially broken the record of Matty Ice at 43 and a half plus minutes. And Ryan Davidson, the 2019 winner, the man who went all the way and eliminated Jacob Fatu and became Reality Wrestling Champion, is battling AJ and Edge. The man who we thought was going to be retired at one point.
What an impact statement it would be for Ryan to go from that dreaded R word to the C word champion to come out on top here.
Oh, wait a minute. Ryan Davidson lasting 33 minutes and 4 seconds.
Oh boy, Zilla. Zilla, it was fun having you in here.
Well, Ryan, the sentimental favorite, is out, and we're down to the final 3.
This is giving me deja vu.
This is where the rubber finally meets the road here.
Well, I mean, guys, look, I love Zilla Fatu as much as the next man, but at this point, it's kind of academic. And Chris, this is going back to what you said. Let these 2 guys thin out the whole herd, get Zilla out of there, and then one of them can
You
win.
could not have planned this any better if you were the boss man, Booker T, right? You've got 2 of your associates together here, taking care of business, making sure that Zilla learns what it means, okay, to wait your turn, okay? That life and all of its fine things are not...
Oh, AJ Francis just eliminated Ed Stone.
Turn around! Turn around! Turn around! No!
Zilla's about to do it. Zilla's about to win the last stand at number 1, going all the way. Oh, wait, no. AJ stopped him.
Oh no!
Take it out.
AJ stopped him. We were seconds away from Zilla Fatu doing the unthinkable and the impossible.
Can he do it?
This whole crowd wants to see it. Zilla Fatu set the all-time record for time in a rumble.
Look at that. These guys are hitting each other with so much ferocity. Some of our lights are starting to go out here. at the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena. Okay, okay. Games are over. AJ, take care of it.
Here it is. He's out. Zilla's out. Zilla's out.
No. Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Finish it.
The anticipation in here. You just saw a sold-out crowd get real quiet.
Up and down.
It is down to these last two men.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
They're battling in a very precarious position. One wrong move, one slip, one fall, and it's all over. A sold-out crowd.
Oh my gosh.
That's how you take care of business. Finish him off, AJ. Finish it.
Zilla
Finish it.
found his way back in. Is that it?
This might be it.
Hold on, guys.
Oh, no.
Zilla fought too.
Here is your last stand Rumble winner, the main one, Zilla Fatu.
It took 10 eliminations to set a record. It took 47 minutes and 34 and a half seconds to set an all-time record. Coming in at number one, the first man in and the last man standing.
I don't get it, Brad. I don't know how Zilla Fatu continues to defy these expectations. Everything that the boss man keeps throwing at Zilla, he seemingly overcomes. It's unbelievable.
I can tell you why, against all odds, Zilla Fatu is the main one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now know Zilla Fatu will challenge Gaspar Hernandez. And one has to imagine the reaction of Booker T in the back. For my broadcast colleagues, Chris Russo and Carolina Teague, our executive producers, Booker and Charmel Huffman, and our director, Kevin Bernhardt. My name is the Bo Brad Gilmore. This has been The Last Stand, and this has been the reality